Sign there, I think the sign is very small. You can make it bigger. Is the dhamma, the fatha, the kasra, and the sukun. Huh? Can you see it? But that's not the only sign. Remember we said the raf is the dhamma is the main sign, but there are signs that can stand in its place. We're gonna get to it. And likewise the nasb, the fatha is the main sign, but there are signs that stand in its place. And the jar likewise, the kasra is the main sign, and there are signs that stand in its place. And the jazm, the sukun is the main sign, and there are signs stand in its place. Example: Muhammadun, Muhammadan, and Muhammadin. Muhammadun is marfu'. Can you see there the result? Muhammadun is marfu'. So a word in the nominative case, we're going to call it marfu'. A word in the accusative case, Muhammadan, we're going to call it mansub. A word in the genitive case, jar, Muhammadin, we're going to call it majroor. So the case is called majroor, the hala. The hala is the case. Halatul jar. But the word itself we say majroor. طيب يضرب is a fi'l ماض مضارع. We're going to get to it inshallah in book 2. And this as a sukun at the end, so it is majzoom. The word we say it is majzoom. طيب al-bina, number 2, construction. Fixed endings, meaning the endings that does not change. Words that do not change endings are mabni. The words that do not change endings are called mabni. Examples we have hada, ma, and min. So hada is a ism, ma is between a ism and a harf. Ma can be a harf sometimes and ma can be a ism sometimes. And min is a harf only. So we have examples. So hada is a ism which is mabni, ismul ishara. Ma can be a ism sometimes. When is it the ism? When it's masula. When it's the harf? When it is when it's used as a masdariya similar to it. Min is what? Is a harf only, harf jar. Lesson 1, ad-darsul awwal. The revision for lesson 1, we have hada, this, which is for masculine and near. The Arabic is there, ismul isharati lil qarib al mufradil mudhakkar. Ma is what? For non-human, inanimate objects. There is the Arabic ismul istifham li ghayril aqil. Man is who? For humans. And there you have ismul istifham lil aqil. Is a question particle. So it's a harful istifham. طيب, examples have hada kitabun. This is a book. All these examples are taken from the book. All these examples are taken from the book. هذا كتاب, this is a book. ما هذا? هذا سرير. What is this? This is a bed. من هذا? هذا رجل. What is this? This is a man. هذا سرير. Is this a bed? نعم, yes. The English didn't translate properly. نعم هذا سرير. Yes, this is a bed. Completed. Is this a house? هذا بيت. Is this a house? لا هذا مسجد. No, this is a masjid. Not no, it is a masjid. Incorrect. No, this is a masjid. What I did was, I wrote all the notes down, and then I gave it to ChatGPT to fix it. So ChatGPT messed some stuff up, as you can see. But this is all written down. Don't worry, inshallah, it's approved. Lesson 2. الدرس الثاني. Vocabulary of ذلك, that, which is masculine, and for. The Arabic have the ismul isharati lil ba'id al mufrad mudhakkar. Ismul ishara, it's a demonstrative noun, lil ba'id, for that which is far. Mufrad, singular, and mudhakkar, and masculine. طيب, examples: ذلك بيت, this is a house. ما ذلك? ذلك نجم. What is that? That is a star. من ذلك? Who is that? ذلك مدرس, that is a teacher. أذلك حمار? Is there a donkey? نعم, yes. أذلك كلب? لا ذلك قط. Is that a dog? No, that's a cat. Lesson 3. So lesson 2 is ذلك basically. الدرس الثالث, we have indefinite and indefinite. النكرة والمعرفة. النكرة, what's a nakira? Indefinite noun is a general noun, refers to anything of its kind. So it's a general noun which refers to any of its kind. So it's a general noun meaning it is a noun that has many of its types. Like here, give example. We have Baytun. So it's a general noun. There are many types of houses. Kursiyun is a general noun. And Sayyaratun is a general noun. So it refers to anything of its kind. Sayyaratun, a car, can refer to any car. It's not specific to a specific car. Al-ma'rifah to definite noun. Refers to a specific thing. So, ma'rifah is opposite of nakira. Ma'rifah refers to something specific. Examples we have Muhammadun. Is the name of a person, proper noun. And then you have Hada. Hada is ismul ishara. Ismul ishara is ma'rifah because you are pointing to something specific. You can't be pointing to everything. Huwa, likewise, al-dhamir refers to something specific. I say he, someone specific. Al-baytu, and here al-baytu is a nakira that became ma'rifah. How do you make it a ma'rifah? We added a al. And therefore the next year he says from indefinite to definite, we say baytun to al-baytu. The arrow is supposed to go other direction. طيب. Change the arrow to other direction. That arrow going the wrong direction. طيب. Ru is a ru. A noun with al never has tanween. That's a rule we did. If you give it al baytun, you can't say al baytun. طيب. Next thing, mubtada and a khabar. What's the rule in terms of, we learned about mubtada and khabar earlier for the jumlatun ismiya. But here, why is it coming back? Because it's to say that a mubtada is usually ma'rifah, definite, and a khabar is usually indefinite. So we're going to say al-kitabu jadidun. The book is new. So the mubtada will be ma'rifah most of the time, and there are certain things that can cause the mubtada to be nakira, and the khabar will be ma'rifah, nakira, and there's something that goes to be what? Ma'rifah. Sun and moon letters. Al-huruf al-shamsiyya. The sun letters, oh yeah, what's the purpose of this? This is the pronunciation point. When al enters into a word, it depends what is that first letter of the word. If the first letter of the word starts with one of the sun letters, you're not going to pronounce the al. If the first letter of the word starts with one of the moon letters, we will pronounce the al. Example, ta is a sun letter. Give example of a word with a ta. Tajirun. So now we're going to add alif. We're going to say at-tajiru. So you won't say the alif and the lam because it is a what? A sun letter. I didn't write the rule down. I just wrote the sun and the moon letters. Al-huruf al-qamariyya, you're going to mention it. So you're going to say, for example, alif, abun. Abun, father. The father. Al-abu. Babun. The door. Ay door. The door. Al-babu. Hakada. So, for the huruf al-shamsiyya, you won't mention. How do you know it? Just say shamsiyya. Ash-shamsiyya. And say qamariyya. Al-qamariyya. So there is clear. You will say the al by the qamariyya, and you won't say the al by the shamsiyya. طيب, الرابع, lesson number 4. حروف الجر, prepositions. طيب, we have fi, an, ala, min, and ila. We did 4 in the book in this lesson. In, on, from, to. Examples: fil bayti, in the house. Ala sariri, on the bed. Min al masjidi, from the masjid. Ila dukkani, to the shop. What's the relation we say? We call that fil bayt, we call it a what? A jar and a majroor. Jar and majroor. Preposition plus a genitive noun. Genitive noun means ismun majroor. Yani is a jar and a majroor. In other words. So, the harful jar and the majroor, we call it together jar and a majroor. Type question word for place. Question word for place is aina. So aina is a ismul istifham, a question word, lil makan, for place. Remember the ma is for غير عاقل, هكذا. So the aina is for place. It's a ismul istifham but for lil makan. So it means where. Pronouns. In the third lesson, in the fourth lesson we read some pronouns, but we're not going to delve into it fully here yet. I just mentioned the meanings. Hiya means what? She. But if it is for something indefinite, we're going to say it. And likewise, huwa. I don't have huwa yet. Do I have it? No. You can write it there if you want. Huwa will mean he and it. Anta is you and ana is I. Because in this lesson we did huwa and hiya. Huwa is what? Just give me a pin. I can fix it in the pin. طيب. Or someone who's ever fixing the problem, the things, can just send a picture later. Maybe for the next batch of students, they have a perfect revision set. طيب. Anta is you, ana is I. These are what we did in this lesson. Examples. أين الولد? Where is the boy? هو في السوق. He is in the market. So they أين خديجة? Where is خديجة? هي في الغرفة. She is in the room. There, that you can translate yourself. أين القلم? Where is the pen? هو على المكتب. Say it is on the desk. من أين أنت? أنا من الصين. From where are you? I'm from China. طيب, here we have rules. Non-fully declinable feminine proper nouns. Non-fully declinable means what? ممنوع من الصرف. In other words, when a word is declinable, it changes completely. And when it's non-declinable, is mabni. But it is declinable but not fully declinable, we say is what? ممنوع من الصرف. Understand? Meaning, a word that changes in i'rab like normal is declinable. It goes through inflection. And a word that the end casing doesn't change at all, we say it is non-declinable. But the word that changes sometimes and sometimes doesn't change fully, like the ممنوع من الصرف, we say it is non-fully declinable. In other words, ممنوع من الصرف. But you must stick to the Arabic words. You don't need to worry about these English words. It's just if you want to understand better. Feminine proper nouns. So العلم المؤنث. And that's the rule. The alam which is mu'annath is what? Is ممنوع من الصرف. What's the rule? No tanween and no kasra. That's the rule. No tanween, no kasra. Lesson number 5. الدرس الخامس. إضافة. Possessive construction. Which is المضاف والمضاف إليه. طيب, here we learned Abdullah. Example. What's the rule here? The mudaf, which is the first word, abd, no tanween. And the mudaf ilay is always majroor. That's the rule. Example, هذا كتاب محمد. This is the book of Muhammad. Or this is Muhammad's book. كتاب من هذا? Whose book is this? I brought that example. Why? To show you that the man can be mudaf ilay. Man is a ismul istifham, but it can be mudaf ilay. So if I want to say whose book is this, I'm going to say kitabu man. This sentence is supposed to be what actually? It's supposed to be hada kitabu man. Because hada is the mubtada. But why do we have kitabu man in the beginning? Because man is there. And if man is there, man must always be where? In the beginning. Man always starts this. You always have to start the sentence with the ismul istifham. You can't have hada ma. This is what? I want to say ma hada. Although hada is the mubtada and ma is the what? The khabar. But because ma is the ismul istifham, it will be in front. So similarly, kitabu man is actually the khabar, but it's brought to the front because kitabu man, kitab is connected to man, so it must go to the front. Ahmad, you understand? طيب, vocative particle, or vocative particle, I don't know how you're going to say that. Yeah. Meaning when you evoking someone, calling upon someone. Ya Muhammad, O Muhammad. What's the rule? The singular noun, the ismun mufrad, after ya is built upon a dhamma. So we're going to say Ya Aliyu and Ya Khalidu. Not Ya Khalidun and Ya Aliyun. And what do I mean when I say singular noun here? It means it is not a mudaf. It doesn't mean it's not a plural. It means it's not a what? Not a mudaf. So singular in this context doesn't mean the other singular. This singular here means it is not mudaf. It doesn't assimilate a mudaf. The next rule we also learned in lesson 5 is Hamzatul Wasl. The connecting Hamza. Pronounced only at the beginning. If you have it in the beginning like Ibnun Ismun, we pronounce it. Not in the middle. So if there's a word before it, there's examples. There's Ibnun Ismun. Other examples, Ibnu Man Anta. Whose son are you? So you pronounce it because it's in the beginning. Now yes, in the middle. Masmuka. What is your name? So you skip it. Clear? Hamzatul wasl. It's called Hamzatul wasl, the connecting Hamza. It connects the letter before it to the letter after it. The next one we have a dharfu makan. The first dharfu makan in the book. The others are going to come. We have tahta, which means under. It's a dharfu makan and it is what? Mansub. Example of this one, I didn't put the example, but the example of this would be al-kitabu tahtal maktabi. The book is under the desk. Just write example there. So I mustn't forget to put the example there. Ad-darsu sadis, lesson number 6. Are we moving too fast? Huh? Too fast. Slow down. You lost somewhere. I lost anyway. Where you lost? The definite. It's lesson what? Lesson 3. The definite and the indefinite. Where you lost? Huh? You don't understand everything there. The definite means, say the indefinite refers to what? Any of its kind. You say you have baytun. Baytun is a house. It's an indefinite noun. It's a nakira. Why is it nakira indefinite? There are many types of houses. Okay, yeah. There's many pens. Can I call this pen specifically qalamun and I call this one other names? All of them share the what? Same word. What's the word? Qalamun. So qalamun is a what? Indefinite noun. Now, if a word is specific for someone, your name is Yusuf. If can I call someone else Yusuf? No. So what is your name? Definite. You understand the difference? To make the qalam definite, I'll add a what? Al. It's clear now? Right. Next. Lesson number 6. Demonstrative feminine. يعني the اسم الإشارة for the feminine. We do this book هذه. This is for feminine. Demonstrative is for the feminine. There is Arabic اسم الإشارة للقريب المفرد المؤنث. It's a اسم الإشارة, a demonstrative noun للقريب for that which is near. Mufrad, it is singular, and it is mu'annath, it is feminine. طيب, yeah, feminine nouns. Examples you give. Okay, yeah, we have feminine nouns. I mentioned this here. Al-aynu, al-yadu, al-udhnu, al-rijlu. These are feminine. Why? These are feminine by nature. Because remember we said any body part that has 2 of it, it becomes feminine. You treat it like a feminine. So ayn is feminine, yadun is feminine. So you're going to say this is an eye, you're going to say هذه عين. And yadun, هذه yadun. But if there's one part like a nose, anfun, you're going to say هذا anfun. Clear? Next one. Why do I say هذه? No, because ayn and yad is 2 parts. If the body part is 2 of it, it's feminine. Understand? You have the feminine and you have the, what is هذه? You know what's هذه? هذه means what? This, for what? Feminine. So if I want to point to the eye is feminine. Why is the eye feminine? Because there's 2 of it. So any body part that is 2 of, you have 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet. That will all be what? Feminine. You understand? So you're going to say هذه عين, هذه يد, إلى آخره. Fingers, أصابع. أصابع is plural. One is إصبع with the صاد. إصبع and أصابع. In the Quran we have it. وإني كلما دعوتهم لتغفر لهم جعلوا أصابعهم في آذانهم. In Surah Baqarah we have أو كصيب من السماء فيه ظلمات ورعد وبرق يجعلون أصابعهم في آذانهم. طيب, so just remember that word. Feminizing adjectives. There you have طالبة. To make the adjective feminine, meaning you have طالب. To make it feminine, you must add a what? Ta. What do you call that ta? Ta marbuta. Just write it there. I must write it in the ta marbuta. So that's how you make it feminine. So if you have talibun, you take the last 2 letters which was the ba, you put a fatha on it. And then you add a ta. And that ta will be the final letter now. That ta will be the harful i'rab. It will change into the i'rab. Examples: هذا طبيب وهذه طبيبة. الباب مغلق والنافذة مغلقة. There's a doctor and this say doctor, same. The door is open and the door is locked and the window is closed. Or the door is closed and the window is closed. Here we have also learned in this lesson 6, lam of possession, which is called lamul milk. You can write the milk there, lamul milk. Example there, li Muhammadin, for or belonging to Muhammad. Example there, liman hadha al-qalam, whose pen is this? Liman hadha al-qalam, whose pen is this? Huwa li Yasirin, it belongs to Yasir. Is that clear? The afwan for the for li, after the word after li, na'am, because the lam is harfu jar. Yes. So that's a good question. The lam is also harfu jar. I think you can add it there also. Lamul milk. No, just lamul milk. Yes. طيب, lesson number 7. Can we go? What is your question? Huh? I have. Indi, li. No, that's different. It's gonna come. I don't think it's whether yet. That li and indi. It's coming, I think. I don't know. Because I have it in the other notes. I think you must add it here. The lamul milk. Let me just see. I think it's been removed. I think it's part of lesson 8. So here also, we're supposed to have the li, which means belongs to me, and laka. And the difference between li and indi, we learned, remember, li means mine, and indi means belongs to me or I have. So you say li akhun, and you say indi kitabun. And you don't say li, you don't say indi akhun. طيب. Lesson number 7. But if you understand this rule of the lamul milk, you can apply it to everything. It's clear. Lesson 7, الدرس السابع, tilka. That is for feminine, that it is for. So in the Arabic it is ismul isharati lil ba'id al mufrad al muannath. It's a demonstrative noun for that which is for, singular and feminine. Example, man tilka, who is that? Tilka Fatima, that is Fatima. Ma tilka, what is that? Tilka sayyaratun, that is a car. So there's a summary of demonstrative pronouns. This is exactly how it is in the book 1. Demonstrative summary, asma wal ishara lil qarib. You have hadha Muhammadun, hadhihi Aminatu. Asma wal ishara lil ba'id, dhalika Hamidun, and tilka Zainabu. Lesson number 8. We learnt about al-mubtada wal khabar. هذا كتاب. This is a book. But we didn't focus on that. The focus on lesson 8 was the next part. But, look there. هذا الكتاب كبير. This book is big. Yeah, al-kitabu is a what? Is a badal. It's not a what? It's not a khabar. You remember? It's a substitute. So when you translate هذا كتاب, we say this is a book. But then you say هذا الكتاب, we say this book. Understand? There's this book. So al-kitabu here is a badal. Now where's the khabar? Kabirun is the khabar. Understand? Huh? What is that? Why is kabirun a khabar? Because the sentence still need a khabar. There's a mubtada. Al-kitabu is badal. We still need a khabar. Where is the khabar? Kabirun is the khabar. Look, we have hadha al-kitabu, this book. Does that sound like a complete sentence? Just make sense of it. Because when you think about the sentence, you will have mubtada and a khabar. A mubtada and a khabar will be a complete sentence. If I say, hadha kitabun, this is a book, is that a complete sentence? Yes. This is a book. Complete sentence. But if I say this book, complete sentence. No, you're waiting for something else because you're waiting for the what? The khabar to complete the sentence. So the mubtada and the khabar will complete meaning. If the meaning is complete, you must know one of it is missing. طيب. Examples: لمن هذا القلم? Whose pen is this? هذا القلم لمحمد. This pen belongs to Muhammad. So they have هذا القلم. Whose pen is this? And they have هذا القلم لمحمد. This pen belongs to Muhammad. Hidden kasra. Yeah, we have a hidden kasra. The al-mustashfa. We did these words in the book. If you remember, there's a table. في البيت, في المستشفى, من البيت, من المستشفى, إلى أمريكا, إنكلترا. We saw that those words didn't take what? The kasra. Why? The final alif cannot carry a vowel. So the kasra is estimated, muqaddar, perceived to be there. So we don't say it is mabni. There is a kasra, but it's just hidden there. Because that alif cannot take a kasra. It cannot make it apparent. So it's hidden. It's estimated to be there. So fil mustashfa, example, I say fil mustashfa, in the hospital. Mustashfa is still majroor. But where's the kasra? We say the kasra is muqaddara. It is hidden. And we'll learn this more about this inshallah in the future books. As we go. In lesson 3 we'll touch on that in detail. In book 3 afwan. Adverb of place. Zarfu, makan. Amama in front and khalfa behind. We just touched on tahta earlier. Just add to this to the list. Remember, also mansoob. Lesson number 9. We're almost done. Afwan. Mubtada. Yes. Mubtada, yeah. And al-kitab will be the what? The badal. The substitute to that. So, how do I know something is substitute? If you can block one out, the sentence will be still complete. Block kitab out. Hada kabirun. Block hada out. Al-kitabu kabirun. The sentence still what? Still complete. So they came to substitute one another. طيب الدرس التاسع, lesson number 9, adjective and describe, which is the na'at and the man'ut. Example, Muhammadun talibun qadimun. And here the rule is the adjective follows the noun in 4 things. You remember? In 4 out of what? Out of 10. Because the number is the adad. The adad is how many under it? 3 things. Mufrad, muthanna, and jam'. The adad, the number, could be one of 3 things. It could either be singular, dual, or plural. So if we have a na'at and a man'ut, for example, talibun qadimun, old student. So qadimun is a na'at, is a what? Description of what? Talibun. You understand? It will follow it. It will follow it in the number. It will follow it in the gender. It will follow it in the case in the Arab. And it will follow it on the next page we have. Is it? Definiteness is on the next page. Yeah, naam, definiteness. So what does this mean? If I have talibun qadimun, if it was talibin, it would have been what? Qadimin. If it was the number, let's say the number. If it was talibani, it would have been what? Qadimani. If it was tullabun, it would have been what? Remember the plural of qadimun? It's a funny plural. Qudama. طيب. Not even Qudama. Al-jins is the gender. There you have how many things? How many genders you have, Salman? 2, yeah. You have a mudhakkar and the what? And the muannath. They Arab the case. We have how many cases? 3 cases. We have majroor, marfu', mansoob, and majroor. It will follow it in that. Those are not written there. I must write that. That should be part of it, inshallah. In the next, I'll write it. So you can write it also for now, if you want. Definitely, in definitely, we have 2 things. What is it? Ma'rifa and nakira. So if the one is ma'rifa, if it was al-talibu, it would have been what? Like, so example, if I say, ra'aytu, I saw, or ja'a, at-talibu, the student came. But I want to say the old student. Ja'a at-talibu, al-qadim. So the description will follow it. In what? In all those 4 things. In the number, in the gender, in the case, and in the what? Indefiniteness or indefiniteness. Ta'rif and tankir. Example you have there. Muhammadun talibun qadimun. Muhammad is a old student. A new student. Jadidun afwan, new student. Do you have another sentence? That sentence I made up myself. ذهب الرجل إلى المسجد الجديد. Try to make it some difficult. The man went to the new masjid. So there you have al-masjidi al-jadidi. Clear? Where's the na'at? So where's the na'at? Al-jadid is the na'at. And where's the man'ud? Masjid. Just remember like that. طيب, non-declinable. Debtouts. ممنوع من الصرف. What does debtout mean? يبقى ممنوع عن الصرف. It can only take a what? The dhamma and the fatha. It can't take the kasra. So it can only change twice. So it's a debtout. If it can take all thrice, we call it a what? A treptout. You understand? It's just to make the word clear. طيب, you have what? جوعان. This on here. Na'at in the man'ud is understood properly. As I explain that part again. Na'at in the man'ud. So the na'at we said the adjective follows in four things. The na'at follows what? The man'ut in four things. The adad, the number. What do you mean by adad, number? Meaning if the man'ut that you're describing is mufrad, is singular, the na'at will be mufrad, singular. If the man'ut is muthanna, dual, the na'at will be dual. If the man'ut is jam', plural, the na'at will be jam', also plural. So there's three things. Just remember, under the adad, how many things fall there? Three. Mufrad, muthanna, and jam'. But the gender will be two things. If the man'ut is mudhakkar, the na'at will be mudhakkar. If the man'ut is mu'annath, the na'at will be mu'annath. Case. I have three things. If the man'ut is marfu', the na'at will be marfu'. If the man'ut is mansub, the na'at will be mansub. If the man'ut is majroor, the na'at will be majroor. So they have three things. Definiteness and indefiniteness. If the man'ut is ma'rifa, the na'at will be ma'rifa. If the man'ut is nakira, the na'at will be nakira. So as you can see, by the number we have three, plus two of the gender, that's five. Plus the case, which is three, which is eight. Plus the two of definiteness, which is altogether 10. So the na'at will follow the man'ut through in 4 out of 10 things. In 4 out of 10 things. Clear? طيب, the example, we did examples just now. Non-declinable debtouts. ممنوع من الصرف, جوعان and عطشان. We'll explain this at the end, by the final lesson. but I will just mention it here because he mentioned it in the book. So جوعان and عطشان or ممنوع من الصرف, so no تنوين and no كسرة, and the words the likes of it. طيب, relative pronouns. الذي, what does الذي mean? Who or which is connected to a sentence after it. Example, الطالب الذي خرج, the student that left. So now that's not a complete sentence. Is that a complete sentence? No. We still need the word khabar. So what is الذي here? الذي is a sifa, description. الذي is a description, but you're describing the talib with the whole sentence. We just did how to describe a name, a person with a singular noun. So now you learn to describe him with a whole sentence. You describe him with a sentence by usage of alladhi. Clear? So, example there, the complete sentence would be الطالب الذي خرج من المسجد قديم. The student who left the masjid is old, or jadidun is new. Then the khabar comes. Then the next thing we have here, الكتاب الذي على المكتب كبير. There's a complete sentence. The book that's on the desk is big. So, الذي is a relative pronoun. It's a ism mawsul. It is, the meaning of it is completed by a sentence after it. What does this mean? Let's understand. Explain the spot. Explain the spot properly. We have هذا, right? It's a ismul ishara. Ismul ishara is clarified with a word after it. Example, هذا محمد. So Muhammad clarifies the meaning of the intent behind هذا. He's a show stealer, stealing the show. So the meaning of هذا is clarified with one word, but الذي, the meaning of it has to be clarified with a what? A whole sentence. Now another thing here we have to look at. We had الطالب. Example, الذي ذهب مريض. What does it mean? The student who left is sick. So now what is the purpose of الذي in the sentence? الطالب is the mubtada. الذي will be a sifa, description. But this description cannot follow this one. Why? Because this one is mabni, it's built. So it cannot change like that. You can't make this one marfu'. It is built. Then this description is connected to the sentence. So this whole sentence describes at-talib. So when you want to describe someone with a whole sentence, we're going to use alladhi. Just remember that. You want to say the man that is sitting is the old man. Now I will say ar-rajulu alladhi yajlis, the man that is sitting. That's how I'm going to describe him with a sentence. Because I can't describe him with one word and I want to describe with a whole sentence. And then the khabar is here, maridun. This is the khabar. He's sick. Yeah. Similar. Just syntax. Not big. If I say the man that is sitting and the man who is sitting, is similar things. طيب. Next thing, jiddan means very. That's just the extra word there to remember. Lesson number 10. This is the last lesson. Oh, this is the one. Lesson 10 is pronouns of Dhama'ir. Detailed table of, we have the pronouns here, al-mutakallim, which is the I, we, first person. Mukhatab, which is the you, which is the second person. Ghaib, which is the third person. Mutakallim literally means speaking. Mukhatab means spoken to. Ghaib means absent. In other words, in English we say first person, second person, third person. And then these same damirs are going to be munfasil and what? Muttasil. Either be connected or disconnected. Here the table disconnected. The part of the table is on this page, but other part of the table is on the next page. So let's follow from the first part. There we have the three types of damirs, which is the mutakallim, mukhatab, and the ghaib. And each of those types are split into munfasil and muttasil, as you can see. Now the mutakallim is only two damirs. Is ana and on the next page you have nahnu. Can you see? Then the muttasil for that is going to be the ya. And I gave examples for it. I said bayti. And the munfasil for nahwu is going to be not the bayt. What's the munfasil dhamir? Na. An example for it is baytuna. Baytuna is not the dhamir. Baytuna is the dhamir plus example with it. طيب. Al-munfasil is anta, anti. Just put a kasra there. You remember? Antuma, antum, and antunna. Then the muttasil is going to be what? Baytuka, baytuki, baytukuma, baytukum, and baytukunna. Then the ghaib, we have the munfasil, which is huwa, hui, hiya, huma, hum, and hunna. You know the meanings of all of that, right? And then we have the muttasil, which is baytuhu, which is the hu is the muttasil. And then the ha is the muttasil, which is baytuha. Huma says the same, baytuhuma. And the other also says the same, which is baytuhum and baytuhunna. Examples here. Khalidun lahu tiflun saghirun. What does that mean? Khalid has. So there the lam is a lamul milk. Yani it belongs to him. He has. Khalid has tiflun saghirun, a small child. Alaka akhun, do you have a brother? Oh yes, that one we were talking about earlier. Do you have a brother? I say la. Mali akhun. No, I don't have a brother. And there we are in this lesson we did ma'a. Ma'a means with. Also what? A dharf. And then I said there, this ma'ya we did now, mali akhun. I don't have a brother is called what? Ma nafiya. Ma of negation. It is for negation. It's not the ma mawsula. So here the ma is a harf. This ma'ya is a harf. It's not a ism. Type examples. Jalas al-mudarrisu ma'al-mudiri. For the ma'a. The teacher sat with the principal. Next one. Man ma'aka means who is ma'aka? Who is with you? Ma'i zamili. My colleague is with me. Understand this? طيب, the five special nouns, al-asma al-khamsa. We only did two of it. Abun and akhun. We said they have a special rule. What's the special rule? When these words are mudaf, they are raised, meaning they are made marfu' with a wow. Yeah, he said lowered. And they are made majroor with a ya. And accusative with a alif, meaning they are made mansub with a alif. So we're going to say, he said the abuka marfu' because abu is mudaf and the kaf is mudaf ilay. Just another point. Ya by bayti, my house. And baytuka, your house. Baytu is what? Is mudaf and the ka is mudaf ilay. طيب. Here we have abuha, her father. Akhuhu, her brother. Abaka, afan, his brother. Abaka means his father. But here it is what man? Mansub. It says alif. Akhika, there it is what? Majroor. His brother. Or your brother. Akhika. طيب هذا الطالب, here's a sentence. أبوه وزير وأخوه تاجر كبير. Let's take it from the book. The student, أبوه وزير. His father is a minister. وأخوه تاجر كبير. And his brother is a big trader. Lesson 11, الدرس الحادي عشر. This was just a revision lesson. There was no new rules. من في هذا البيت, who is in this house? في حامد. In it is حامد. So there, as you can see, the harfu jar entered into the dhamir muttasil to connect the dhamir. Fihi, in it. So all other harfu jar can enter into it. You can say fihi. I want to say upon it. Alahi. No. How are you going to say it? Alayhi. غير المغضوب عليهم. Upon it. Upon him. Depends. طيب, min. From it. Minhu. Very good. Minhu. طيب. The other one we had في على من إلى إلهي إليه. It's a yeah. You know the إلهي إلهي is my God. إلهي. Oh my God. طيب. من في مسجد الجامعة. Who is in the masjid of the university الآن now. ما في أحد. There is no one in it. And from the sentences we learned here is أحب. We did a lot of sentences of أحب if you remember. So yeah, I just put one of it in. أحب الله ورسوله. I love Allah and His Messenger. نكتفي بهذا. سبحانك الله بحمدك. لا إله إلا أنت أتوب إليك. Just how was this? Was it helpful? This revision notes? Anwar? How was it? Waited long. Yeah, for this. Paid off. Next week, inshallah, we'll do the other half of the book. And then after that, the third week, we'll write a test.